It's time for boys high school soccer on the NCW Life channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Now let's go to the pitch for live high school soccer alongside Matt Wisen. Here's Sebastian Moraga.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Apple Bowl in Wenatchee, Washington for tonight's encounter between the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me is, as always, our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And it's a rivalry game. Enough said. Everything is on the line, even if it's early in the season, Matt.
Yeah, these guys always get hyped up for this game. This kind of really sets up bragging rights for the year for these guys, and they want it.
And it doesn't hurt a bit, folks, that these teams are both off to a good start. Wenatchee 4-1-1, Eastmont 4-1-0. So we might see something really interesting on both ends of the field.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, no lack of desire tonight. We talked about rivalry games. We always kind of talk about them. You get these games, and these guys are really hyped to play. So a lot of times the tactical aspect of the game may not be all that solid. A little more reliance on the individual play out there. But it doesn't really make it any less entertaining to watch. So,
it is a blast to watch. Go ahead.
There are some key injuries for both teams, and Eastmont's down their goalkeeper tonight, got concussion protocol. Wenatchee's down their center back tonight, concussion protocol. How that plays out, I mean, it's going to be fun to watch. It's unfortunate for the players. I'd love to see both teams full strength. But this is when the coaching takes place, and how are you going to attack those weaknesses in those new players?
Absolutely. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game and interviews with both coaches for Eastmont and Wenatchee, so you won't want to miss any of that. You're watching NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, side of tonight's encounter between Eastmont and Wenatchee. And next to me is the head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats, Coach Vidal Hurtado. Thank you for being with us. And Coach, your team seems to be off to a really good start. To what do you attribute such a strong start for the Wildcats so far?
We have a few players that have been playing soccer for a long time, and they've been playing together for a long time, and that helps us in the school setting. They know we have chemistry, so they know how to play with each other, and that's been showing with the goals that we've been scoring.
Now, this is your first Classico, your first Eastmont, Wenatchee Eastmont as the head coach. How do you feel about that?
Good, prepared. We've been working for every game, so it's one of 12, and so we're here to compete.
Absolutely, and over there on the other end is Matt Wisen with the head coach of the Panthers, Dennis Tronson.
Yeah, Mr. Tronson, also off to a great start so far this season. How's the team looking? I heard you had pretty an easy time or so, at least on the scoreboard against Eisenhower, but they were physical and maybe played a toll on some of the health?
There are no easy matches in the Big Nine. We were fortunate to finish the few chances that we had. We got a couple guys healthy, but we still have a couple guys out. So we're getting closer to our full squad and really excited about where we're headed.
So this game, I imagine you never have a hard time getting your players up for this game. How do you keep them down, I guess, for this game? How do you keep them from getting overhyped and keeping their head in this match?
I think you just have to relate it to, we feel that we're in the toughest conference in the state, and every opponent is a quality opponent. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. We know that they know each other, and in that sense, you just say you got to play to your strengths. They're going to play to theirs, and if your game's on, you're going to be on the top end. If their game's on, you're going to shake their hand after the match.
Kind of thing special in store for tonight? Any secret plays? Anything you're working on over the week?
No, I just hope we have a great crowd. The wind will die down, and we'll have some great soccer tonight.
All right, that is it for the coaches interview, brought to you all season long by Heritage Memorial Chapel. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have 40 minutes of top-notch soccer for you. This is NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back, and going back to what you were saying, Matt, about how Wenatchee tends to be its own worst enemy when things don't go right at times.
Yeah, just you see the players, they have it. They don't. I'm not characterizing a team like this all the time. Of course not. But from time to time, when things get frustrating, the Quincy game, when they felt like they were clearly the favorite, and it wasn't playing out that way, we were seeing some moments of too much individual play, losing creativity, trying to force it. When they settled down and they started moving, and it actually looked like they're actually having fun playing the game, things opened up for them. They were taking a little more chances and more shots and stuff like that, and then for instance, some success.
Absolutely. Really quick, the starters for Wenatchee: number 12, Alexis Calderilla on goal; number 3, Orlando Howe; number 4, Carlos Viramontes; number 7, Daniel Reyes; number 9, Luis Navarrete; number 10, Jose Camarillo; number 14, Eric Saldívar; number 16, Joe Celebrezzi; number 17, Mario Chirinos; number 20, Diego Sitio; number 22, Luis Arriaga. Starters for Eastmont: number 1, Damián Ruiz; number 3, Sebastián Avilés; number 6, Edson Avilés; number 7, Flavio Espinosa; number 8, Nate Balauro; number 9, Sergio Bravo; number 10, Johan Espinosa; number 11, Manny Lopez; number 12, Giovanni Romero; number 14, Cristian Camacho; number 17, Tony Leon. Wenatchee taking care of business. From left to right on your screen, decked entirely in white. Eastmont doing their thing and decked entirely in red from right to left. We are in business here at the Apple Bowl. The Battle of the Bridge has started. Quick touch towards the middle. Stolen away by Wenatchee. This could be interesting. Into the box. Left foot shot. The stop by Damian Ruiz. Earning his stripes right away. The young goalkeeper for Eastmont.
Yeah, Eastmont's bringing in their, their JV keeper now.
That's right.
Right off the back, it's tested. The back line for Eastmont looked a little flat there. They got 4 back setup, and they just didn't really look like they're ready for Luis's speed.
Now, what a moment for that young man under the 3 tubes for Eastmont, starting against their arch rival, coming in from the JV, replacing a talented goalkeeper like Rishko, and immediately, not less than a minute into it, he gets himself into the contest, as does the referee, our good friend Ed Navarro. A quick touch upfield for Wenatchee. Along the stripe goes Saldívar. Saldívar, marked by Bravo. Shot across. Navarrete. Clearing away is the back line for Eastmont. Tony Leon. Avilés. Edson Avilés. Sweeping maneuver by Eastmont. Waiting it out is Calderilla. Right-footed delivery. Cleared back by Eastmont. Flag is up. Offside called. 1 minute 45 seconds into this first half of play in this beautiful, if windy, spring evening here in the Wenatchee Valley. Indirect free kick. Calderilla. Pivoting header. Rejected by Sebastián Avilés. Espinosa. Quick touch upfield. Leon. Cleared away by Alexis Calderilla. The header by Edson Avilés. Trying again for Wenatchee is Viramontes. Down the center alley, switching to his left. Before Saldívar could connect, the ball gets sent out of bounds by the back line of the Wildcats. Shot across coming. Before that could happen, however, a bit of a battle there near the corner flag. Nice touch. Into the box, whistle on the play. Referee signals to his assistant. Flag is up, none of that will count. And it will be another indirect free kick, this time one favoring the Eastmont Wildcats. This is, as we said during the pregame, the first year for head coach Vidal Hurtado, an assistant coach last year for Eastmont, as we see the ball slink past the leg of Cristian Camacho, throwing for Wenatchee. That's right. Chirinos. Viramontes. Arriaga. Back to Chirinos. Reyes.
That's better movement by Wenatchee. There's no need. Eastmont's got way big numbers up front. Keep that ball swinging around in your midfield. Keep possession of it. Draw some of those players out.
Whistle on the play.
And try and get in behind.
Whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be a free kick for Wenatchee. 3 minutes, 55 seconds into this one. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee in front of a sizable crowd here at the Apple Bowl. There's the kick, the header, and it dances in front of the 6, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee has called. This one is going to be a corner kick. First corner kick of the game for either team. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this first half of play. 0-0 tie between these two arch rivals. Cleared away partially by Manny Lopez. That one is Aviles. Sebastián Aviles for Johan Espinosa. Battling it out, and then some with Celebrezzi. Johan prevailing. Only temporarily as Chirinos gets involved, and there's a bit of a collision, and then love to see that. Chirinos helping his opponent off the ground. Nevertheless, there will be a free kick for Eastmont. 5 minutes, 18 seconds of play so far. Across the 18 it goes. Daniel Reyes. Espinosa putting some pressure. Reyes delivers to his goalkeeper. Goal kick coming for the Panthers. These teams were very even with each other, were they not, last year, Matt?
Yeah, they both drew one-match games. So I think Wenatchee got the better half of them in the first game. Eastmont got the better half of them in the first game, and then likewise Wenatchee came out with the W in the second game. So they've always been pretty close. I mean, there's never really a game when I've seen a blowout in this series, and always is pretty entertaining.
And the crowd knows it too. I mean, look at the folks in front of us here and the bleachers across the field. And this is on a very busy day on a school night, no less.
Yeah, and the majority of sports are playing tonight.
Yeah, indeed.
I think Wenatchee tennis beat Eastmont, varsity NJV over at Eastmont tonight. I have yet to get the baseball score, but baseball, soccer.
A quick run down the right side. Navarrete, he gets down. Navarro says no foul. Play continues, you were saying?
Yeah, so anyway, it's a testament to the number of fans that are here, because all the other sports are being played. I think baseball, soccer, softball, tennis, all in action.
A quick run in the making. Shading towards the center, waiting for some help. Takes a little too long in getting there. Yeah. Trying again is Manny Lopez. Cleared back by Chirinos. And ultimately Calderilla. 7 minutes, 11 seconds. You gotta love a Clásico where there's no clear underdog.
No, I mean, they're both playing like they think they're gonna win this game.
Absolutely.
Watch. It's pretty wide open.
Camarillo. Touch for Daniel Reyes. And the stop by Damian Ruiz. Mr. Ruiz, the goalkeeper.
Excellent defense there.
For Eastmont. 7 minutes, 38 seconds into this one. And trying to anticipate the defender was, it looked like Flavio Espinosa from up here, but ultimately Calderilla puts a stop to the danger. How much are they missing Eric Owen right now?
I think a little bit. There's been a few missteps already. Eastmont's tried to exploit the middle and almost had something going there a second ago. It just took a little
nice
too long.
through ball to Camarillo, the shot, and once again Damian Ruiz takes a couple of tries, and there's a whistle and a yellow card as number 9 Navarrete hit the deck, and the yellow card, I believe it's for number 11 Manny Lopez.
Yeah, Luis got dumped. The referee allowed them to play on, But typically, if you lose possession of the ball within 3-4 seconds after the foul, they'll bring it back to the spot. What just happened here?
And we're going to have both a free kick and a substitution. The substitution, we'll see Manny Lopez take a seat. We'll tell you in a second who replaces him. Here's the kick. Looks like number 13, Cesar Mendoza. Chipper, good effort by Eastmont. You can tell they've been practicing that one for sure, and it just goes just wide.
Yeah, Mario just missed that. He just got the wrong side of his toe on that ball.
So Cesar Mendoza, the first sub of the game for either team. And now we have Calderilla with the stop. Arriaga back to Calderilla. Looking far and away. Navarrete quickly double team. Romero taken back by Wenatchee. Good maneuver. Miramontes swept away at the 18, no call. And now there's the whistle. Let's see what the determination is. Another free kick. Yep, just a free kick. And a bit of a lecture here coming, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think they're bringing it back for the injury and stop play because of that. I don't think they called the foul.
Okay, I stand corrected, folks. It's just going to be ball to the ground.
It was a clean tackle. It was definitely hard. And if the studs would have been up just a hair more on that one, I wouldn't be surprised to see yellow. I mean, it's just even red. I mean, it's that close between no foul and a red card.
Yeah. Flavio Espinosa shot across, cleared away by Sitio. The wind begins to play tricks with some of our paperwork up here, folks.
Eastmont's uncharacteristically, I need to say that a few times, taking a few more touches than they typically do in the box. They're holding that ball up a little longer, and it's costing them some good looks. Usually they're a really good 1-2 passing team.
First corner kick of the game for Eastmont, second overall for the game. As we approach the 12th minute of play, there's the shot, and a header goes wide. Good effort that time by Tony Leon, it looks like. And it will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. Calderilla getting ready to take care of this one. As the wind begins to pick up. I was my own blooper reel coming into this ballpark, folks. I laid my papers on the roof of my car, and the wind took care of the rest.
It's a good way to get rid of them.
Calderilla. He lets it go out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee.
Hopefully it wasn't a honey-do list.
No,
You're not going to lose that.
No. 12 minutes, 17 seconds into this one with the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats all knotted up at 0-0. Quick touch. Mistake by the back line. Off to the races is Camarillo. Quickly double team and overtaken by Mendoza. Pushed back upfield, trying to connect with Flavio Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. No, it's going to be Wenatchee ball. Camarillo battling it out of the corner of the 18. Camarillo enters, leaves one behind. The shot. Goal, 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 goal! Wenatchee Panthers take the lead. 13 minutes, 3 seconds. And Jose Camarillo puts Wenatchee up ahead 1-0. Matt Wisen.
His energy and quickness is always causing defenders trouble there. And Eastmont needs to bring in help. You can't defend that guy one-on-one. He's got such a workhorse. He's such a workhorse. He's so quick that you can't just take him with one player.
And he knows what to do with the ball at his feet, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed.
1-0 lead for Wenatchee. Let's see how East Wenatchee responds. Let's not forget that Wenatchee make that Eastmont. They've given up 3 goals in 2 contests so far this year. They've won them both. So giving up 1 goal, not a big thing for the gentleman in red right there. They beat Central Valley 4-3. They beat Moses Lake 4-3. And Davis also. So 3 contests they've given up 3 goals. They also gave up 3 goals to Davis and managed to win that one as well.
Yeah, Eastmont's compactness right now is definitely lacking. We need to be shifting over towards the ball now, guarding from midfield over, or center of the field over, getting numbers, isolating the ball from the rest of the group, and then trying to separate the ball from the player. And it seems like they're just willing to mark man on the back line the full width, and that's going to get him in trouble, especially with Jose on like he is.
Now number 11, Manny Lopez, has returned to the pitch for Eastmont. There's the throw-in for Wenatchee. Saldivar. Ball goes out of bounds. Another throw-in coming your way. 14 minutes, 57 seconds into this first half of play, with Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont 1-0. There's the throw-in. So sometimes I think I'm still going to see somebody do the flip like we saw last year for Wenatchee, I believe it was. Flipping the throw-in in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was Matt Springer.
Yep. A quick run along the right side, leaving 1 behind, leaving 2 behind, trying to get a shot across. Does. Stopped in the center of the box by Arriaga. Trying again at the edge of the 18 was Tony Leon, rejected ultimately by Wenatchee. Counter in the making, snuffed out by the back line of Eastmont. Having a little trouble though. Romero, recovered by Wenatchee. Give and go doesn't quite work. Sebastián Avilés. Romero. Lopez. Off to the races goes Espinosa, it looks like. First on it is Calderilla, and it bounces off Espinosa. Didn't quite work like Calderilla expected. The ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Wenatchee. 16 minutes, 23 seconds into this first half of play.
Yeah, Johan is the guy that Eastmont wants to run their attack through. He's their scorer, and literally anywhere from inside the football 30, he's in range.
Recovered quickly by Eastmont. Espinosa with the fancy touch. To the center circle, awaiting was Avilés. Straight upfield for Johan Espinosa. Espinosa gets on his bike, battles it out. Ball remains in bounds. Eastmont retains possession, only partially. No, they return possession. Balauro. Camacho. Balauro. Balauro at the edge of the box. Tony Leon, rejected by Wenatchee. Counter in the making. This could be interesting. He needs to stay on side, though, and he does. But before he can connect, Edson Avilés sweeps it away. Sebastián Avilés now, with more urgency than style, sends it to the throw-in. 17 minutes, 40 seconds in the first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont, 1-0. The throw-in coming for Eastmont. I don't think Wenatchee should be satisfied with this 1-0 lead. It's still way too much time left.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be shocked if that score held up, especially with the people we have on the field right now that can find the net so easily.
Balauro, rejected by Wenatchee. Navarrete. Chirinos, switching flanks now to Arriaga and ultimately to Reyes. Reyes Off to the races goes Camarillo, the author of the one goal of this contest. Nice move by Camarillo. Got kind of outthought himself there.
Yeah, Eastmont learned from the other side of the field there. You got to have that covered defender in, otherwise, as we just saw, he'll get around the first guy.
Calderilla. Having a little fun. Rolling to his left. Doesn't quite work. Balauro recovers. Sergio Bravo. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is. Throw-in for the Panthers. Viramontes and Chirinos. Chirinos and Celebrezzi, it looks like. Camacho. Whistle on the play. Handball. It will be an indirect free kick for Eastmont. Quickly taken. And the shot by Manny Lopez with more optimism than accuracy. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. And people keep arriving. People keep arriving to the friendly confines of the Apple Bowl in this windy March evening. We have a substitution number 8 for Wenatchee. That would be Faraz Nassar entering the contest for the Panthers. We're back in the action, and there's Nassar. Beaten to it that time by Sebastián Avilés. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Panthers. 20 minutes, 29 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont, 1-0. There's the throw-in happening into the box. Partially cleared by Eastmont. Trying again is Navarrete. Far post. Header over for Saldivar. Can't quite connect. Throw in for Eastmont. The quick touch upfield. Shading towards his left. Quickly double team by Chirinos and Saldivar. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. Manny Lopez taking care of it. Surveying his space. Now pushed across midfield. Espinosa. Marked by Arriaga. Espinosa. The through ball doesn't quite work. Calderilla with the stop. And now, once again, taking his time. The touch to Chirinos. Sitio. And Calderilla once again. I know that's his style, but it looks like an unnecessary risk to me what Calderilla does.
He holds the ball for a while, yeah. And he does, he's good with it at his feet, but...
Shot across, and before it comes out, a bit of a dangerous maneuver, but it's ultimately going to end up in just a corner kick for Eastmont.
He dodged a bullet on that one as far as I'm concerned. I've seen less fouls than that. Yeah. Bring out the card from the pocket.
Absolutely. Second corner kick of the game for Eastmont. Third overall for the contest. Cleared away by Orlando Howe. That one is Giovanni Romero. Avilés. Trying again for Eastmont is Camacho. Lopez. The quick touch back downfield. Camacho. Switching flanks. Good maneuver by Howe. Recovered by Eastmont, making some room for that left foot. There's the shot. Doesn't quite work, but it was a good idea. Cristian Camacho. Mistake by Camacho. Solo maneuver by Navarrete. Navarrete. He's still trying to get that shot off. He's going to get a shot off. No penalty. He tried for the dive.
That
should be a card, and it is. And that should be a card, and it is. Navarrete tried to outthink the referee, And there's going to be another yellow card, it looks like. No, just Navarrete.
Yeah,
well deserved.
He
well
made it too
deserved.
easy for Ed.
Well deserved. Yellow card for Luis Navarrete, 24 minutes into this contest. And we're seeing a good one. Spicy little contest here between Wenatchee and Eastmont. Navarrete will take a seat and will be replaced by number 10 for the Wenatchee Panthers, Jose Camarillo. We're back in action now. Leon. Good job by the Eastmont defense, not allowing Navarrete there to get a shot off.
Yeah, good job getting back. Gang tackling Luis, frustrating, not giving him an angle for a shot.
Left-footed shot by number 10 Espinosa, and the diving stop by Calderilla. 24 minutes 47 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee still leading 1-0 in a contest that has all the makings of a Clásico, of a rivalry game that this one was built up to be. A quick run down the left side, and Mr. Calderilla will let it slink past the end line and out of bounds for the ensuing goal kick. 25 minutes 20 seconds into this first half of play. Regrettable to see a player of Navarrete's caliber resort to that kind of thing, but it's part of soccer. It's nothing that we haven't seen before at the same time.
Yeah, it's the age-old discussion whether gamesmanship or if it's cheating. I mean, and I don't know if it will ever can come to a conclusion. As long as there are humans making calls, we'll have some sort of humans trying to stretch the rules or get a leg up.
A quick push up field, trying to connect with Nassar. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Eastmont. First half of play, 26 minutes 20 seconds. With Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont by a score of 1-0 since the 13th minute. A beautiful strike from the left upper corner of the box by Jose Camarillo, giving Wenatchee the lead so far in this game.
So if you guys are at home watching this game and you have a second, I'd recommend taking your head outside and taking a look to the west and checking out the sunset. It's spectacular.
Quick run down the left side, trying to get a shot across is Saldivar. Well marked again, this time by Sebastián Avilés. Ball bounces off Saldivar. It will be Eastmont ball. Let me do that just now that there's a break. Oh my goodness, he's absolutely right, folks. Shades of pink and blue and white. The goal kick. Recovered by Wenatchee. Battling for it is Orlando Howe. Recovered by Balauro. Balauro and Tony Leon. The shot and the stop by Mr. Calderilla. 27 minutes 53 seconds into this one. Wenatchee still ahead 1-0.
Yeah, so he's already established possession, and then he drops the ball and picks it back up and then establishes it again he holds on to that ball a long time, and if I'm a referee and I'm losing patience with that during the end of the game, it can be a game wasting in a card as well. So it'd be a good habit to kick now, better than now than later.
Saldivar shot across, and it kisses one of the uprights, it looked like. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball. Yep, judging by how Mr. Ruiz is standing under the 3 tubes, it will indeed be Wenatchee ball. But first, we're going to have a substitution, and will be Mr. Chirinos taking a breather and being replaced by number 18 on your programs, Jacob Slife.
Good to see Jake back from a knee injury this winter, and he's been out the majority of spring. He had some play at Eisenhower this last Friday.
Just a few minutes, yep.
Yep.
Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see how long he plays today.
Well, he's a real leader on the team, and people really respect him.
He's a difference maker, without a doubt. Another, did they say throw-in or corner kick? We're trying to figure that out.
Oh, we got a corner.
It's a corner kick. Second of the game for Wenatchee. 4th overall. There's the corner kick. The header by number 8 Nassar doesn't quite work. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee Navarro is pointing towards the Wenatchee bench. Looks like another substitution. This time is Eric Saldivar taking a seat and being replaced by number 6 Sergio Rivera.
I think we had a little blood or something on him. He had to go get cleaned up.
Wenatchee on the move. The quick touch to the center alley. Slife. That one is Nasser. Whistle on the play. Offside position. None of that will count. It will be an indirect free kick for Eastmont. 30 minutes, 30 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont by a tally of 1-0. Camacho and Aviles. Edson. Back to Camacho. Lopez. Push upfield. Connecting with Espinosa. Top of the box. Leon and Balauro. Leon. Camacho. Trying to connect with Johan Espinosa. First on it, however, will be Celebrezzi, who will let it dance past the end line and turn this into a goal kick for Wenatchee. Eastmont recovers quickly. Camacho. Balauro. Leon. Bit of a collision there. Play continues. Throwing for Eastmont. Now ball goes out of bounds. Whistle on the play. Another substitution in the making for Wenatchee, and it's Navarrete replacing Nasser. Calderilla. Arriaga. Recovered by Eastmont. This could be interesting. Into the box it goes. Left-footed shot! And a beautiful save by Calderilla. And then the shot by number 7, Daniel Reyes, to the birds. 32 minutes, 33 seconds. I would dare say that's the closest Eastmont has come in a while to tying this one up, Matt Weiser.
Yeah, Eastmont was looking, Wenatchee was looking very confident in the back, moving the ball around, keeping possession, and not getting distracted or frustrated with moving that ball up, which is fine, but they just took their mental, little lapse in mental focus, and Eastmont really just about put one up on them.
Quick touch to the back. Sitio. Calderilla. Long kick upfield. Aviles rejecting it. That one is Camacho. Balauro with some room. Balauro opening the game up to the right flank. The shot! shot, and it dances past the upright. Good effort for Eastmont.
Yes, a little better movement up front by Eastmont, giving the ball to the second runners, playing wide, and playing a little quicker.
Sergio Bravo on the shot that time for the Wildcats. Still anybody's game, I feel, as we approach the 34th minute mark. A couple of substitutions, number 8, Nasser, and number 5 for Wenatchee both, Guillermo Calderilla, entering this contest. We're back in action here. Along the left flank goes Nasser. Shot across. The header by Navarrete dances wide, and it will be a goal kick for the Wildcats. 34 minutes, 22 seconds into this first half of play. That was Camacho. Lopez, Manic Lopez, and Camacho. The pivoting header that time for Espinosa. Rejected by the back line of Wenatchee. Guillermo Calderilla looking to connect with Nasser. Wenatchee players looking for a handball, didn't get one. Lopez, Manny. Switching flanks now to Cristian Camacho. Balauro. Flavio Espinosa into the box, into a sea of white jerseys as well. Navarrete. Navarrete with some space. Navarrete. Good move. Navarrete, referee says play on. They were looking for the foul. Navarrete! And the crossbar says not this time, because nobody else seemed to be able to stop him that time, Matt Wisen.
Luis was feeling confident one-on-one. When you get a one-on-one as an attacker and no obvious pass, the rule is you take the guy on, and Luis is confident taking people on, and just about, that was a solid strike. Yeah, he's going to make that more often than not.
35 minutes, 59 seconds. What a game we're watching here. Whistle on the play. It will look like a free kick for Eastmont. And after some doubt early on, looks like the back line of Wenatchee has really been able to settle itself a little.
Yeah, they are getting way more compact, and that's one of the keys to the game. What I said earlier, be compact defensively. And the longer it goes, the more confidence they're going to have, and the more frustrated Eastmont's going to get.
We're back in business now.
Looks like we got Neil Oyston came in off the field from training. Welcome, Neil.
Good game so far, huh?
Good game so far.
Very good game, feisty game.
You just saw the woodwork get rattled.
Yeah, good play there from Luis.
A quick move.
A little push in the back
Little
there.
push. Whistle on the play. And what do you think of this goalkeeper for Eastmont starting a Clásico type game after coming off the JV?
Well, it's a good opportunity for the boy, and what better game to be playing against a Wenatchee Eastmont game. I'm sure he'll rise to the occasion, but yeah, it's a risk from the manager, but hopefully it pays off for him.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. If you got a keeper to come in, fill in. You put him in there.
Navarrete, the shot, and there he is.
He is
making a stop.
He's standing strong, and the more saves he makes, the more confidence he'll have. Competitors want to be put in the toughest game. They don't want an easy game. So I don't expect that this guy wishes that he went in.
Flag is up. Foul call. Play continues only for a second. Let's see what the referee calls it. He's called a penalty. He's called a penalty for Eastmont, and I think it's a good call.
Well, we've got some dissent going on, so we're going to have to...
Let's see what the referee says. I think it's a good call. I think he was impeded in his progress. I think it's a good call. Yep, it's a penalty for Eastman. 38 minutes.
Tough call there from Ed.
Yeah, Arriaga's going to see himself a yellow here if he's not.
If you impede the progress of a forward in the box, it's a penalty. I don't care if you just go like this.
He brought the ball back,
Yeah.
and obviously he gave the penalty. Big moment here in the game for Eastman.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he can hold his nerve in front of this crowd right on half-time.
Flavio Espinosa against Alexis Calderilla. Two actors, one scene, one heck of a scene at the edge of halftime. Here we go, folks. The noise of the crowd, the nerves of steel, the right foot, the shot, go, 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 go! Beautiful strike. Eastman ties it up. Flavio Espinosa at the edge of halftime. Neil
Eastman
Austin.
crowd goes wild. That's adding something to the game now. Whether you agree or not with the decision, it's made for a very good game right on halftime now.
Absolutely. It's going to be quite the second half, folks. You will not want to miss it. That was a tough call to make, but I think Ed Navarro did the right thing. He checked with his assistant and held the line. There's the shot and the stop by Damian Ruiz.
I just want to comment on the atmosphere, though.
Please do.
This is what makes the game so good in the Valley when you get both stands filled. You know, you're looking over to the Eastman crowd and they bring so much passion to the game, and then the Wenatchee crowd getting into it. It just makes for a good encounter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This would be very, very different, rivalry or not, if there were like 10 people on each side of the stands. We're getting ready for the halftime break here, folks, and what I assure you will be 40 minutes you will not want to miss. And that is the whistle that indicates that this first half goes in the books with Eastmont and Wenatchee. Wenatchee and Eastmont tying it up at 1 goal apiece. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the second half and a whole lot more here on NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. To the Apple Bowl. We are just about ready to start the second half of play. Decked entirely in red, Eastmont will start the action from left to right on your screen. On the other hand, the Wenatchee Panthers, decked almost entirely in white, will take care of business from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1-1 tie. We're going into the second half, and we are in business here in Wenatchee. Beautiful night of soccer, a beautiful spring night, and a major crowd braving both the wind and the fact that it's a school night to check out this soccer game. A quick run down the middle, the shot and the stop by Damian Ruiz.
Good reaction there from Wenatchee. You know, I was interested to see how they start the second half, especially after the disappointment of conceding that late goal in the first half. But looks like they've come out with renewed enthusiasm, and they've got to keep this up if they want to kind of get back into the game, into a winning lead.
Saldivar battling with Sergio Bravo. Throw-in, says Ed Navarro, who had a good first half in my opinion. He kept the game in check.
Made a bold decision there. Some referees could have quite easily have given that penalty or not given that penalty. So bold decision there from Ed. I'm not sure if the Wenatchee crowd kind of agreed with him, all the Wenatchee players, but he gave that PK, and it's a 1-1 game.
Balauro. The quick touch to the left. Back to Balauro now. Sergio Bravo trying to connect at the top of the box. Interrupted by the back line of Wenatchee. Navarrete, quick push upfield. Camarillo. First on it is Damian Ruiz. Minute and a half of action in the second half. Quick kick upfield, way upfield. Chirinos heading it back. Second header by Chirinos. Eastmont recovers. Manny Lopez nutmegging the referee. Cristian Camacho recovered by Wenatchee. There's Camacho again. Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds.
That's better possession there from Eastmont, getting the ball wide. Looks like the fullbacks are getting forward there. Linking up play has been a little bit better. Hopefully they can get a good chance here from the corner kick.
Corner kick for Eastmont. That will be the first one of the half. Third overall for the Wildcats. There's the shot. Second post. Shot across. Nobody can quite connect. And the try goes over the crossbar, much to the chagrin of that gentleman right there, Mr. Nate Balauro. Goal kick for Wenatchee. 2 minutes, 49 seconds into this second half of play. And our spies on the field told us that during the first half, Wenatchee had a 12th player just outside the playing surface by the name of Dennis Stronson. He was very animated, our sources tell us. Shot across. Out of the box. This could be interesting. Right foot. Goal, 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 goal. Carlos Viramontes for the Wenatchee Panthers.
Left all alone.
Another good reaction there.
Yeah.
Ball was played down the left-hand side. Ball get cut in from the left. Founded its way into the 18-yard box, and you got to say a good finish. But you got to say, where's the Eastmont defense? You can't let a cross come in that easy, and then no pressure on the ball. It was like just go and pick your targets, son. Better defending needed there from Eastmont.
Yeah, I have to think that something has to do with bringing in a new keeper in this situation. One thing I have been noticing is the communication on the back line starts with the keeper, and so do responsibilities. If I'm the keeper right now, I'm having a little chat with myself, and I'm going to get under some skin if they're not moving, and really hold some people responsible for that.
Balauro, flag is up. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is. 4.5 minutes of play in the second half, and Wenatchee repeating the recipe they tried against Quincy. A quick start to the second half. This time it pays off.
And that's what they needed to do. They needed to have a good start. They needed to keep the intensity up. They needed to keep that tempo going. Looks like they've had a good start to the second half. They just need to keep that up.
Tony Leon, touchback. Now pushing it ahead for Johan Espinosa. Quickly double team. Navarrete recovers. Navarrete leaving one behind, trying for two. Navarrete does it. Let's see if he's going to try for three. He does, and the ball escapes him a little bit. The stop by Mr. Ruiz. Straight up ahead. Lopez rejected by Viramontes, and Ruiz now going a safer route, just a long kick up the field. The header by Balauro. Battling now is Flavio Espinosa. He's being fouled by Diego Sitio, and it will be no. They called the foul on Balauro, not on Sitio. So it will be Wenatchee ball. 45 minutes, 45 seconds into this one. The second half of play approaching a 6 minute. With Wenatchee ahead 2-1. There's Viramontes shaking one off, shaking two off. Referee says no foul. I disagree with him on that one. I thought that was a bit rough, a rough bit of play by Eastmont, but play continues. There's Chirinos, leg up, yep, leg up, and then that will be called a foul.
Yeah, just going back to that last play. I mean, it was a good little bit of skill from the young lad, and you know, it looks like he's rode the challenge and he's gone down, and Ed's not giving it. But you know, if he's not giving the foul, you know, sometimes you can give a yellow card for a dive. But it looks like he's come off the other end, and he's coming off the field with a little bit of an injury. We'll see how that goes, but.
It's number 18, Jacob Slive, getting some more playing time, replacing Viramontes, the scorer of the second goal for Wenatchee. There's a quick touch. Espinosa into the box, switching flanks to a wide open Wide open Sergio Bravo. Bravo a bit too long for that one, however. Romero recovered by Wenatchee. Whistle on the play. Let's see what our experts say. I missed that play. I did not see.
The ball came in and it was a little bit of a shove, from Luis, but not enough for a play to go down like that. But the referee has given it. I think the Wenatchee crowd are a little bit aggrieved, especially as a foul wasn't given up the other end. I think they're calling for a bit of consistency.
There's a chipper. Header! Dancing over the crossbar.
Clever free kick early, taken early. Defense caught napping. Should have done better though. If you're 6 yards from the goal like that, you need to put the header down, across goal, not up in the air. Should have done better with that chance.
It looked like the ref was marking off 10 at that point. And if that's the case, that's a whistle restart if he marks off 10. So I think he took Wenatchee off by surprise with that quick kick.
Should have done better with that header. They're not going to get too many better chances than that in the game.
Espinosa. Quick move upfield for Flavio Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. The referee says it will be Eastmont ball.
This is better from Eastmont. They just need to keep the pressure on Wenatchee. They just need to keep creating chances. Make sure they take these chances. Corner kicks are a very dangerous play. They need to make sure they take one of these.
48 minutes, 32 seconds. Fourth corner kick of the game for Eastmont. The shot dances in front of everybody. And then the left-footed strike, a bit too soft to trouble Calderilla. Play continues. Navarrete and Saldivar and Navarrete swept away by Sebastián Avilés. Edson Avilés and Damián Ruiz. Camacho. Flavio Espinosa off to the races. Espinosa enters the box, leaves his marker behind, shot across, header, goal!
Great finish, great.
Goal! Eastmont Wildcats, Johan Espinosa.
What a great play. It's great play down the left-hand side. Great bit of trickery. Ball came in the box, and it came in with pace. And all it needed was a deflection, a nice header into the far corner. What a great play that is from Eastmont. You've got to question the defending from Wenatchee. Maybe a little bit too easy coming and getting the cross in. Maybe just need to delay that player, but good reaction, 2-2 game.
Yeah. The defense on both ends are kind of letting them down a little bit, but it is opening up, and that's what people like to see, open up, lots of scoring, and that's going on, and both teams are very, very adept at putting the ball in the net.
We saw Nassar enter the contest a second ago, right after the goal by Johan Espinosa. And we're back in action here, and a massively entertaining contest. There's Navarrete. Flag is up. None of that will count. None of that will count. That was indeed close.
We've certainly got a game in our hands. End-to-end game. I think that's what the crowd want. It looks like every time the team goes forward, they're about to score.
Indirect free kick for Eastmont. No intimidation factor, no underdog at all here to be seen or found around the friendly confines of the Apple Bowl. There's a long kick upfield. The pivoting header by Balauro doesn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. Flag is up. Substitution coming. It will be number 6 for Eastmont. That's Edson Avilés taking a seat. We'll tell you in a second who replaces him. Looks like a couple of just the one substitution.
I've got to say though, Matt, that was exactly what Eastmont needed.
Definitely.
Conceding that first goal in the second half. Good response.
Cesar Mendoza is the player that entered the contest for the Wildcats. And now making a move down the left side, just like in the goal we just saw, was Flavio Espinosa. This time, Wenatchee's defense responds. There's Navarrete. Navarrete swept away by Manny Lopez, recovered by the Wenatchee Panthers. Nassar, recovered by by Eastmont, I beg your pardon. Quick run down the center alley. The touch for Mendoza. Mendoza right-footed, cleared away by the back line of Wenatchee. Can barely take a breath here in this game, folks. action. Non-stop action for some stretches indeed. A quick run. Espinosa. Johan Espinosa. The touch to the back from the 18. Getting that right foot ready. Stricken away by the back line of Wenatchee. Trying again. Manny Lopez. Cleared away. Saldivar. The counter in the making. Camarillo. Stopped at midfield. Tony Leon. Lopez. And the end line. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. 52 minutes, 49 seconds.
Much better from Eastmont. Like I said, he got two young boys who I used to coach, Nate Bolero and Tony Leon, causing a little bit of havoc there for the Wenatchee defense. It's good to see them applying the pressure and, you know, taking the game to Wenatchee, especially after they conceded an early goal in the second half.
Number 4 for Wenatchee, Carlos Viramontes re-enters the contest. It looks like Luis Navarrete is taking a breather. Balauro. Countering by Arriaga. Calderilla. Long kick upfield, looking for Camarillo. Shoulder touch by Saldivar. Saldivar and Howe. Nasser trying to connect with Camarillo. The header once again, and there is Damian Ruiz. 53 minutes, 55 seconds into this game. 14 minutes and change now. Long kick upfield. Not a major problem for Calderilla. Takes the ball, rolls it around, and then finally delivers a kick. Stopped by the center back, Mr. Aviles. Mendoza. Cesar Mendoza.
Mendoza's got to get his head up. I know he's got people on him the whole time, but just a little bit, maybe nerves are getting to him there.
There's Mendoza. Manny Lopez. Defensive maneuver by Arriaga. That one is Howe. Trying again is Chirinos. Scooped back for Eastmont by Romero. A good move by Wenatchee on the recovery. That ball almost fooled that left back. Sergio Bravo. Daniel Reyes, pushed from behind. Assistant referee sees it, so does the center referee, and it will be a free kick for Eastmont.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are looking to try and play that early ball, try and get in behind the defense, but game's become a bit scrappy last 5 minutes. I think, you know, if I'm either coach, I think it just takes one team just to kind of calm the game down a little bit, manage the game effectively, look for the space, look to try and create some space in behind, and try and be a little bit more organized on defense, because this game could go either way right now.
Now, if this ends 2-2, what are the rules for the Big Nine contest?
2 5-minute golden goal overtime periods. Still tied. Then
There's a shot. Go, 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 go!
Then we go to penalties.
Flavio Espinosa with another tally for the Eastmont Wildcats.
What a goal. Yeah, just outside the 18-yard box. As soon as the ball came to him, put the first touch out of his feet and absolutely let rip into the far left-hand corner. What a goal there from Flavio Espinosa. Now game on for Eastmont.
If you notice, the last 2 goals from Eastmont have come straight down the pipe.
Yep.
First was generated with the ball in wide, but both goal scorers have come straight down the middle. Definitely needs some more compactness, some more awareness of the runners and the shooters.
Where was the pressure on the ball from the Wenatchee defenders?
Navarrete is back on the pitch for Wenatchee. And just when we were talking about what would happen in case of a tie, well, we don't have one anymore. 3-2 Eastmont, 56-47 in this contest. Plenty of time left. This one is all to play for.
Yeah, all Big Nine games will go to 2 golden goal overtimes. and penalties if we're still a tie.
Quick run down the left side. Saldivar. Ball goes out of bounds. Whistle on the play. Assistant referee points at the sideline, and will be a substitution. It's number 13 taking a seat. That would be Cesar Mendoza. We'll tell you in a second who replaces him. 57-27 on the clock. 17 and change in this second half. 2 goals by Flavio Espinosa, bringing Eastmont back from 2-1 down to take a 3-2 lead. But trust us, folks, this is far from finished. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a free kick for Wenatchee. 57-57 on the clock. Navarrete waiting for his troops to push forward. Left-footed strike into the box. Camarillo, the pivoting header, and the stop by Damian Ruiz.
You know, and if I'm Eastmont now, I just look to try and take this thing out of the game a little bit, make sure that Wenatchee don't come back into the game too quickly.
Espinosa Flavio. Navarrete. Daniel Reyes. Celebrezzi. Navarrete looking for Saldivar. To him it goes. Saldivar off to the races now is Nassar.
Yeah, I would say, you know, Wenatchee don't need to panic. You know, still a lot longer left to go in the game. You know, still another 25-30 minutes left in the game, so there's plenty of time for them to build pressure on Wenatchee. The last thing they need to do, though, is panic and just kind of keep playing that long ball after long ball, because that's not going to get them anywhere. They need to keep putting the pressure on. They need to keep finding the spaces in between the lines and build up and try and create those chances.
Throw into the box. Moving. Damian Ruiz getting a little shove there, and perhaps a bit of acting too. Why not?
It looks like he got hit just above the hip on that one with a little, maybe an elbow.
Goalkeepers get very protected in this game. Any contact to the goalkeeper, the referee is going to side with them 9 times out of 10.
Well, and that's the last thing Eastmont wants. I don't believe they have a
that is a very good question.
A natural keeper on the bench. So
even one of our younger players.
That is a very good question as to what happens if...
Well, they'll pull a player off the bench and slap some gloves on him, and he's the keeper, whether or not he's played.
I'm sure you've done that in your time once or twice, Matt.
I curl up in the fetal position when I'm in goal.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right?
I hope maybe people shoot the ball at my feet. Once in a while I get lucky, or they miss.
Do what you got to do.
Have you guys seen that video of the college goalkeeper that just keeps stopping kicks with his face, and
he gets hit everywhere in the face, shoulders, the legs, and he's bloodied, and he put himself on the line for that.
It's one of those funny or die type of sketches. That is, it's just a gas to watch it. 60 minutes 30 seconds into this contest, 20 minutes and a half into it, the second half, that is. A quick push out of bounds.
Scott Sterling from Yale.
There we go. That's him. That's him. Scott Sterling, the man.
He looked like he's been in a war afterwards.
The legend. They would park him.
Looked like he'd been dragged through a hedge backwards.
They would park his keister on a chair, and still he would stop penalty kicks and coaches and all. A quick run straight up. Oh, and a bit of a battle there. Whistle on the play, and it will be free kick for Eastmont. Mr. Navarrete needs to keep his emotions in check. He's already got a yellow to him.
Like I said, you know, before, you can't panic. You got to keep your head. You got to keep your emotions. You can't fly into tackles, especially when you're behind. If he gets himself sent off, you know, the Wenatchee will be really stuck. He just needs to keep his head.
And Johan's over the ball here. This is maybe a little optimistic for him to go here.
Quick move to the left. Corner of the box.
Better pressure on the ball there. That's what they needed to do for the goal.
Manny Lopez. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. And kudos to the crowd. They have not even thought about leaving this one, even though it keeps getting chilly on the shot. Right-footed by Johan Espinosa.
You know,
doesn't
cheeky
quite prosper.
shot there. just slip a foot in.
He's so good, Johan Espinoza, of getting in between the two centre backs. He did it again there. He finds a little bit of space in between the two centre backs, and he's always there to finish.
Quick substitution, number 15, who of course is not on our roster. And we still have a bit of a discussion there. And it's Mr. Navarro. Looks like Arriaga from up here.
It was just what we were saying before, wasn't it? Things can get heated, especially in a local derby.
And Arriaga still kind of...
Yeah, I would... some tempers, we need to keep those in check. The crowd's doing great, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kudos to the crowd for getting behind both teams.
Ball goes out of bounds.
So far, haven't heard many negative comments towards refereeing tonight, and lots of high school games are known for
There's still time left.
There's still time left. You're right.
It's still early, folks. 63 minutes, 10 seconds into this one. 23 minutes in the second half of play. A quick run down the right side by Guillermo Calderilla. Now pushing it to Daniel Reyes. Shot across. Pivoting header on defensive maneuver by Giovanni Romero, and it's barely cleared that time.
That was a dangerous ball right there.
If I'm Eastmont, we're up 1-0 in a game. You've got to keep those spaces tight. You've got to be narrow. If that was a better ball into the box from the right-hand side, there was an overload from the two. Eastmont need to make sure they're a little bit more compact, a little bit more narrow in defending.
63 minutes, 50 seconds. If you just joined us, it's Wenatchee against Eastmont. Eastmont against Wenatchee here at the Apple Bowl, with the Wildcats hanging on to a 3-2 lead. They were down 2-1, and they were down 1-0, and here they are leading 3-2 with about a quarter hour to go. Guillermo Calderilla, quick give and go across midfield. The quick push down the right side, leaving one behind, trying for two. There's Camarillo. Camarillo shading towards the center alley. Navarrete, nice shot. Navarrete, the shot goes over the crossbar.
Better build-up play. We said a few minutes ago, Wenatchee just need to keep the heads and build up through the thirds of the field. That was better. Better link-up play down the right-hand side. Ball found its way to Luis, and he's always dangerous in those situations. You back him with that left foot to score from anywhere on the field, so they just got to keep putting that pressure on.
Substitution coming for Eastmont. Number 12 taking a seat, that is Giovanni Romero. And it looks like number 5 for the Wildcats, there will be Emmanuel Mendoza. So 2 Mendozas among the subs for the Wildcats. A good move that time. Diego Sitio. There's Sitio. Battling it out. For Eastmont is Flavio Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. Player hits the deck. Let's see what the referee calls it. There goes Coach Hurtado there to plead his case.
Eastmont won't mind this. A few seconds killed.
That's
right. In their own half.
That's right.
They just need to keep taking this sting out of the game. Keep the ball down the other end.
Free kick for the Wildcats. The header, collision with Calderilla and the Chilena to clear it. Play continues. Sergio Bravo. Recovered by Wenatchee. This could be interesting. Viramontes. Viramontes connecting with Nassar.
Challenge.
And swept away by the Wildcats. Good defensive maneuver that time.
Good defensive cover. Won the ball. Nice strong challenge there from the defender.
66-33. Intense moments here at the Apple Bowl, with Wenatchee trying to catch up to their arch rivals from across the bridge. The Panthers trailing 3-2. There's the throw-in. Pivoting header. Go, 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 go! Go, Wenatchee Panthers! beat Nasser to make it a 3-3 affair. 67 minutes of play, and it's a brand new game here at the Apple Bowl.
That's all he needed. Ball into the box. Eastmont failed to clear. Nice deflective header. Nassau with a good header. But we go back to the question before with the goalkeeper coming in. Should have probably come out. Should have commanded his area. Could have got a punch to the ball. Decided to stay in the line and watch the ball sail past him. 3-3 game. Back.
Quick run. Navarrete. Bit too long for Camarillo's taste. Camarillo and Navarrete having some words there. Navarrete mostly.
I think Navarrete probably knows he could have taken some more space on that, made the defender come at him. If he's not, then just keep taking that space and go a goal.
Daniel Reyes, what a game we're watching, folks. This is astounding stuff. A quick move down the left side, across, into the box. Almost right at the feet of Nate Balauro that time. Oh, the clearing almost ended up looking like an assist from the Wenatchee player. A quick run and a collision there. And this could be dangerous because he is hurting. He is hurting. He got hit in the face. Play continues. Down the left side. Who's going to cross it? The shot! And a beautiful save by Calderilla. Play continues. There's a player still down. And now the whistle blows. And he's going to be tended to. Number 11, Manny Lopez for Eastmont.
Yeah, it looks like there was a bit of a build-up play. Little combination. Looks like Manny Lopez, he got a little bit of a blow to the face. I think he was arguing he might have got a hand to the face. Anyway, the play continued down the left-hand side, and what you got to say, it was a great save for that from the goalkeeper, because I thought Eastmont were in there for a fourth goal.
And they know about that. Eastmont does. They beat Central Valley on March 9th 4-3. They beat Moses Lake on March 20th 4-3, and their last game before tonight, they beat Davis March 23 by a score of 4-3. So nothing unusual.
They like
for,
that scoreline.
For Eastmont to keep battling after taking 1, 2, or even 3 tallies. 3-3 tie, folks.
What would you say the game strategy is now, Matt, from both sides with 10 minutes to go?
I think strategy is out the window at this point.
They're both looking good. I'd say just like chug some Gatorade and get after it.
Not so.
For leather.
Push up field.
But really, I mean, Luis is getting some looks. Wenatchee, Eastmont was dropping back a little bit deep in their box and giving up that ball about 20-25 yards out, that look. Now, if they can get some penetration, push that defense back, and then play the ball back across the box at an angle away from goal in that 20-25 yard area, they're going to find some room.
It's got the feeling of a cup final where anything could happen. The atmosphere is fantastic. Goals galore.
Camarillo trying to catch up to that one. Sorry, folks.
And both teams are making some risky passes back in their own defending third.
And now Calderilla with the stop. 70 minutes, 25 seconds into this one. We're about 10 minutes away from the end of regulation. Something tells me there are going to be some incredible 10 minutes to watch. Navarrete on the personal maneuver, interrupted by the other number 9, Sergio Bravo. Trying again for Wenatchee. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls it. It's a foul. Edson Aviles is the one that's down.
And
there may be some yellow cards here. And now we see Coach Hurtado checking on his player. And I hope that's all he's doing.
Oh, I think he went down. I didn't see contact there. He slid.
I think it looks like a bit of cramp.
And it looks like a cramp. He must have cramped up when he initiated contact with the ground.
And at this level, at this high intensity, you can forgive the boys for getting a little bit of cramp. Looks like they're giving everything, and that's all you want really as a coach, isn't it? You want the boys to give us as much as possible.
And so what you're seeing Eastmont do right now, they're passing that water around. Wenatchee needs to maybe take some notes out of there. This is going to be who's got the most energy in the last 8 minutes of the game.
Uriel Balderas has entered the contest for Wenatchee, as has Jacobs Life. 71 minutes, 43 seconds. We should have some injury time, no? We've had enough interruptions to merit.
You would think 2 or 3 minutes would be added on.
And Wenatchee's got a really deep bench. And we haven't mentioned the depth of the bench, but Wenatchee's Wenatchee's squad is quite a bit larger than Eastmont's squad. And that's going to pay off in these kind of games and high school games where you're playing back to back. You got a day rest in between, maybe 2 days in rest. And it certainly may pay dividends tonight.
Play will resume via the always entertaining Mr. Calderilla. Rolls to his left. Connects with Orlando Howe. Carlos Viramontes. Navarrete. Valderas. Saldivar and Howe. Top of the box. And a dangerous maneuver that time by Sebastián Avilés, connecting via a header with his goalkeeper. 73 minutes on the dot, 7 to go in regulation.
That could have gone very badly there for the defender and the goalkeeper, but at this time they did well.
3-3 tie. If you just joined us, well, what can I say? I feel kind of bad for you. It's been an interesting contest, to say the least, between Eastmont and Wenatchee and Eastmont. Navarrete. Wind beginning to play some tricks on us. Once again, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. Leg up, indeed. Dangerous play called against Eastmont. It will be Wenatchee ball. Cesar Mendoza with the infraction.
To get some players forward, especially with Luis's kick. With the goalkeeper tonight being a little bit fresh, they need to get these balls into the box, cause some problems.
And there's a ball right at the box, and a stop by Damian Ruiz.
Needs to be a better ball than that if they're going to cause a goalie a problem or two.
Yeah, that's pretty much right at him.
74 minutes on the clock. You're watching NCW Live Channel Sports, and a classic in the making here between Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee. Quick run by Nate Balauro. Handball there.
Oh, he missed it and called a...
And it will be Wenatchee ball.
Oh, it looked like it was a handball. My eyes are playing tricks on me now.
That one is Reyes losing it to Flavio Espinosa. Espinosa. Reyes recovering, leaving one behind, leaving two behind. And a kiddo falls on the stands. I hope she's all right. Play continues. Nothing serious, folks. She's with her parents, it looks like. She's okay. Play continues. Nice job by Wenatchee. Shading towards the center alley, across midfield. Camarillo charged from behind, no call. Another try, back to Camarillo with some room this time. Shading, switching flanks. Good ball for Eric Saldivar. Saldivar shot across, heart of the box. Stopped by the center back, and then ultimately by Manny Lopez. Saldivar once again. The shot and the stop by Damian Ruiz. 75 minutes, 22 seconds. Coach?
Much better play, though, from Wenatchee. You know, a nice switch of play there from right to left. Getting the ball down left-hand side, getting the balls into the box. Looks like Wenatchee are on top in the last 5 minutes.
Howe, Orlando Howe. The shot, out of the box. Can't connect with Camarillo. The shot by Valderas, it looked like. Keeping it inbounds. They don't want a corner kick at all. Flavio Espinosa stopped at midfield. Navarrete on one of his Lone Ranger strikes, and a shot, and dances in front of everybody. Mr. Ruiz very nimbly says, don't worry about it, that one's wide. And indeed he was right. 76 minutes, 6 seconds. Substitution coming for Wenatchee. We'll tell you in a second who it is. We should have at least a couple of minutes, if not a minute, 2 minutes and change of injury time. Is Nasser, the scorer of the third goal for Wenatchee. And here comes the goal kick for the Cats, the Wildcats, that is. The header by Manny Lopez, recovered by Orlando Howe. Switching flanks for Diego Sitio, pushing it upfield for Camarillo. Camarillo battling with Tony Leon. Camarillo prevailing this time. Left-footed shot, and the stop, and it dances in front of the 6, and it looks like Saldivar cannot connect. Good job by the goalkeeper that time. It's number 8 with the shot, actually, is Nasser, looking for his second personal tally. We're seeing some exciting stuff late in the game here, folks.
Well, we've been talking about the goalkeeper all night, haven't we? You know, it was a nice cut in there from the left-hand side. Got to say, it was a routine save. Obviously slipped out his fingers, but obviously wasn't quick enough there to collect the pieces. But
yeah, a little awareness. I don't know if he saw that attacker coming in on him, and instead of really protecting that ball, he let that thing drop, and
but
you just can't do that.
Enough there to pressure the oncoming striker.
Wenatchee running down the left side via Mr. Nasser. Ball goes out of bounds, throwing for Eastmont. 76 minutes, 37 seconds. The clock will stop probably around 78. And then it's up to Mr. Navarro to decide for how long we go on this exciting 3-3 tie.
Eastmont's looking a little bit rattled.
Shaky. Wenatchee definitely finishing the stronger between the two teams.
Now, you did say that we are tied this golden goal, is that correct?
We're tied, goes to a 5-minute golden goal. And then a second 5 if needed, and then a shootout.
All right. And now the clock has stopped at 78. It's up to Mr. Navarro now. Pivoting header. Cleared away, a bit of a disintelligence, and the chipper goes over the crossbar, and Camarillo can't believe it.
It's really slow to leave your line if you're a keeper. That ball can't be floating in like that. It needs to have a fist on it.
Those type of balls have just been troubling the Eastmont defense all night. You know, 2 goals have come from that. Looks like it was going to be another one there, but Eastmont have got to do a better job of clearing those long balls coming into the box, either by towering headers from the defenders or the goalkeeper coming off his line and getting a punch or something on it to clear that ball.
Saldivar keeping it alive is Cesar Mendoza. Throw and coming for Wenatchee. Sebastián Avilés. Cesar Mendoza. Mendoza swept away by Orlando Howe. Ball will belong to Eastmont. Flavio Espinosa. Sergio Bravo. Cesar Mendoza. Flavio Espinosa into the box. Nate Balaur, the shot across. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was it.
That was it indeed.
That was the chance. Well, you've got to say, great play though down the right-hand side there from Eastmont. Great combinations in the middle third of the field. It was a nice diagonal ball through the defense, and Nate Balaur went onto it. It was a good cross across the box, but wasn't able there to finish. But good play there from Eastmont.
It looked like Jesus Pedrosa, number 18, could not connect, but a good play indeed by the Wildcats. Let's see if not hitting the target on that one will cost them.
That was the chance. We always said there'd be one chance left in the game. That was it. Maybe there's still time for another one for Wenatchee if they get this ball into the box. Cause a goalkeeper some problems.
And there is Mr. Calderilla taking care of this free kick. As we see number 5 for Wenatchee, Guillermo Calderilla take a spot on the pitch. There is Alexis Calderilla.
Again,
a fancy maneuver by
allowed to run free in the box
by Luis Navarrete, and that's one guy you don't want to leave alone.
No. Time and time again, that ball's come in.
And that is the whistle that indicates that this game is going to overtime. Frantic, entertaining, exciting, you name it. 3-3 tie between Wenatchee and Eastmont. We're going to overtime, folks. You won't want to miss it. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl and this classic in the making between Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee all knotted up at 3-3. A quick overview of the scoring started at the 13th minute. Jose Camarillo making it a 1-0 lead for Wenatchee. Then 1-1 tie, a penalty kick at the edge of halftime. Flavio Espinosa. Then the 2-1, 4 minutes into the second half, Carlos Viramontes for Wenatchee. The 2-2 tie, Johan Espinosa in the 50th minute for Eastmont. Then the 3-2 lead for Eastmont. Nate make that Flavio Espinosa in the 56th minute. And then the 3-3 tie, 67th minute for Wenatchee, Faraz Nassar for the Panthers, making this a 3-3 contest. We're going to go into 2 5-minute periods of overtime, and this is under the golden goal rule, so the first one to score will win the game. If there is no scoring, and what are the odds of that, given the kind of game we've witnessed, we will go to the sweepstakes known around the world as the penalty kick shootout. Wow, what a game, folks. What a game. Just a quick look at what lays ahead of us, gentlemen.
What I would say is this has been a great advertisement for the beautiful game. I mean, this game's had everything. It's had pace, it's had intensity, it's had shots, it's had tackles. It's been a great game so far, and I expect nothing less in this first overtime. And both teams just got to keep playing the same way. But they got to remember, first goal, and that's it.
It's maddening for me to coach overtime like this. You're always, as a coach, I'm always torn. Do I take chances? Do I not? Do I play counter, bunker, play for one opportunity, or I just sell out and go at it?
Well, if anything's going to work, it's the counter attack. As players go forward, transition of play, get that ball forward quickly. We'll certainly see how it shapes up.
We're back in business. Eastmont going from left to right on your screen, decked in red. Wenatchee decked in white, going from right to left. 5-minute overtime period, the first of 2, if necessary. And Wenatchee trying to make it across midfield. They do. Camarillo a bit too long, and Mr. Navarrete cannot hold his frustration. Orlando Howe back to Navarrete, the shot, and something tells me Mr. Navarrete has decided to test this somewhat unproven goalie from a distance.
Can't blame him, but it looks like Eastmont have had a little bit of a change to the system. Looks like they brought Nate Bilaro back into the middle of midfield with 2 forwards up front. Nate in the second half was playing more as a right forward. Looks like Eastmont are trying to kind of pack that midfield and get the ball early.
Luis is sitting back a little deeper now, trying to generate from depth.
Rejected by Eastmont. Minute and 10 into this first overtime period. Eric Saldivar pushing it upfield for Jose Camarillo. Shot across and cannot find anybody, and there's the shot. Navarrete, no, it's actually Daniel Reyes' second try, and the third try by Nasser goes wide. 2 tries by Reyes, 1 by Nasser, and the tie holds at 3-3.
Great double save there, though, from the goalkeeper. You would thought for all the money in the world that would go into the back of the net, but the goalkeeper's come up trumps. This is the reason why he's in the goal tonight.
Navarrete and Viramontes. Back to Navarrete, top of the box. A risky maneuver. Whistle on the play.
Bring it back for a high kick there.
That's right. Navarro trying to tell the folks in red to chill out a little bit.
Eastmont trying to take advantage of a quick re-kick there and just didn't quite get that ball spotted.
Emmanuel Mendoza. Johan Espinosa. Manny Lopez. Balauro. Cesar Mendoza. Balauro, quick give and go. 1 player's offside. Bit of a collision there. Left foot shot, and it dances past Mr. Calderilla.
Good play there on top of the box there from Eastmont. They've done a very good job tonight, playing combinations on top of the box and then looking for those diagonal runs in behind the defense. Unlucky there not to get a shot on target. But both teams in this overtime have had pretty good chances to get that golden goal.
How big is that shot that kissed the crossbar by Navarrete looking now, folks?
He wants that back, I guarantee that.
Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. Minute 45 left in this first overtime. Nasser with the header, doesn't quite work. Whistle on the play. He was being held, says Ed Navarro. Free kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, this is right where Wenatchee, if they had their choice of locations for a free kick, where they would spot that ball. Eastmont's been having some issues with that ball floated into the box.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to make this count.
Let's see, Navarro counting the 10 yards, 9 meters 15.
I think I'm going to attempt that keeper to come out, make him come out. He's been hesitant. He's stuck to his line. I'm going to put that ball right in on the 6-yard mark.
Eric Saldivar. And the header goes wide. And Navarrete looking for a foul to be called on Ruiz. But you're absolutely right, hesitant when he came out.
Yeah, probably the ball was played a little bit too deep in the back post.
Yeah, make him come off that line.
Balauro. Espinosa.
There we go.
Shot across. Top of the box. Dancing past one. Dancing past two. Getting that left foot ready. And up to the birds.
At least it was one type of goal. Field goal.
But, and the Wenatchee fans loved it too. They all lifted their arms up.
They all got 3 points for that shot. But yeah,
Looks like we're calling the end of the first half here.
A bit too early, perhaps. He's pointing at his own clock.
He holds the master clock, not the scoreboard. So
that's why. He's probably hearing it from the Wenatchee bench and is letting them know I am the one who calls the time, not the board.
Now,
authority there from Ed.
Now, a little thing we need to be knowledgeable of here as the second overtime period begins. At the end, when the referee blows the game or the period of play, the players on the field are the players eligible for the penalty kicks.
That's right.
For the first 2 rounds of the eligible
That's right.
kicks. After that, you can go to your bench.
So no breathers for the Navarretes and Espinosas of this world, I'm guessing.
Well, you need to make tactical substitutions and have your PK shooters in. Do that. The referee typically gives you about a 30-second to a minute warning when he's going to call.
There's the shot. And now remember, Eastmont going from right to left on your screen. Wenatchee from left to right.
Gone for a corner. Good opportunity here for Eastmont if they can get a good delivery into the box. Get those tall players forward.
So Johan's going to be taking this corner.
It's these type of situations where you've got to take advantage.
Now Eastmont's got 2 unmarked, or 1 unmarked player.
Right foot, far post, trying to connect with Cesar Mendoza. A bit too long that time. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee.
You know, in situations like that, you're deep into the game, you get a corner kick, the quality's got to be better than that. It's got to be a better ball, fizzed in with pace, try and test the goalie, but that was way too deep.
Way too deep, and an in-swinger at the far post. More often than not, those go out of bounds. You got to have somebody put a foot on it, make it rattle in front of the net.
Navarrete connecting with Reyes. Reyes shaking one out, trying for 2. The shot bounces off Sebastián Avilés, and rejected by Eastmont. Trying again for Wenatchee is Guillermo Calderilla. Over there is Nasser. Nasser backing up.
He's not. Well, they are. They're not really pressing as high as they were. I think they're kind of sitting back and maybe resigned to the fact that this might go to penalties.
Navarrete.
But
marked by Manny Lopez. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this one. And it should be Eastmont ball. Balauro. Collision. Whistle on the play. Foul called. Free kick for Wenatchee, and a bit of a exchange of opinions there between Manny Lopez and Jose Camarillo. Manny Lopez puts the ball down, restarts play. Giovanni Romero into the box, and not a major problem for Calderilla. 2 minutes 34 seconds left in the second overtime. Calderilla.
Is there one more chance left in this game?
I would say yes. Nassar. Chipper with more optimism than accuracy. Ball goes out of bounds, and way out of bounds it does.
Down in the pit of despair. They got it out quicker. They must have somebody parked down there. Usually it's about a 5-minute ordeal trying to get that ball back out of there.
The pit of despair. That's a new one for me, and I've been coming to the Apple Bowl for a few years now. There's Navarrete battling it out of midfield. Carlos Viramontes recovered by Eastmont. The touch to the back.
Yeah, he's not
Sergio Bravo.
build. They need some more numbers up front.
Chipper to the top of the box. Tony Leon. Leon can't quite control it. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. Whistle on the play. Navarro, Ed wants everybody to back up a little bit. Minute 31 left in the second overtime. But like we said, Ed Navarro is the man with the official time. Pivoting header by Navarrete. Ball goes out of bounds and into the crowd. Please, kids, return it quickly. They do. Minute and 5 left on the scoreboard. Approaching the top of the box, cleared away. Trying again is Manny Lopez. Lopez, right foot. Nice ball. See if he can connect with it. Flavio Espinosa, ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick. This could be the last chance.
They've got to get a good ball into the box, get numbers forward. Can they make this count? The dying deaths of the game.
Substitution coming for Wenatchee. Number 5, Guillermo Calderilla entering the contest, replacing Nasser. Shot.
That's it.
The half volley didn't quite work. 25 seconds left on the scoreboard. Let's see what Mr. Navarro has to say.
Somewhere along the line, we lost a soccer ball, and now it's taking him a while. Hopefully the clock siren does not go off.
Oh, like in college?
Like in college.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Nope, no siren. And Mr. Navarro decides that this one is going to the penalty kick shootout. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll decide, or actually we'll witness, who gets to take the W home. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. We have just enjoyed 90 minutes of play action soccer, 40 first half, 40 second half, and 10 in overtime, and we still don't have a winner. We're tied at 3-3, so it's time for the penalty kick shootout here at the Apple Bowl. We are going to have this on the, not on the scoreboard clock side, but on the other side.
The west side.
The west side, thank you. And it looks like East Wenatchee, maybe that Eastmont won the toss because they chose this side. And we just saw Coach Tronson determining the order of the first 5 kicks.
So it's best of 5. If we're still tied, we go into the second best of 5. And then I believe if we're still tied, then we go into sudden death alternating shooters. You score, Eastmont gets a chance to score. If they fail, then Wenatchee wins, or you keep on going.
Okay, I must admit my own ignorance. I stand corrected. I thought it was best of 5 and then 1-on-1, 1-and-1.
I think you go 2 best of 5s. Okay. I'd be shocked if anybody's beat our record. When I was playing back in the day, we went 11 sudden death shooters after 2 best of 5s.
Jeepers creepers.
Against Eisenhower. Back when the field was in the old college where the softball field is now.
All right, it looks like Mr. Damian Ruiz, who's having a baptism by fire and then some, will face off against Luis Navarrete. So Navarrete, number 9 for Wenatchee, with the first kick of the series.
I'd have to say, goalkeeper-wise, Wenatchee's got the edge. That keeper is very, very cat-like, but this guy, you never know what you're going to see.
There's the whistle. Navarrete, left foot, the shot, goal.
Good finish.
Wenatchee ahead 1-0.
I think the most important thing is if you pick your spot, don't change your mind. I think PKs are very much a mental game. Pick your spot, don't change it, and just put it into that corner.
Eastmont now, number 7, Flavio Espinosa. And Mr. Calderilla hoping for a fist bump with Flavio, and he gets one. Bit of a long running start. There's the whistle. Espinosa, right foot, the shot, goal. So we're tied at 1.
Another good finish there, top left-hand corner.
Yeah, good pace on those finishes. Keepers are reading cues pretty well.
Number 14 for Wenatchee, Eric Saldivar with the second kick for the Panthers. Tied at 3 during the play, tied at 1 here in the penalty kick shootout. There's Saldivar, go Wenatchee.
He forecasted that the whole way. I was thinking he was going to play mind tricks and go the opposite way, but he was forecasting that lower left.
3 good penalties so far. You got to say it's that pace, it's that accuracy. Even if the goalkeeper goes the right way, if it's like that, very hard to get.
Tony Leon for Eastmont. Whistle, Leon, right foot, the shot, goal!
Good finish again from Tony. Don't have to blast it. You just need to get a nice good side foot on the ball, deep into the corner. Good finish.
We're tied at 2, despite what the scoreboard says. And now it's the turn of Juan Carlos Viramontes, number 4. On his jersey, the shot, Viramontes, goal!
Same way, same corner.
Next up for Eastmont is Manny Lopez. Manny Lopez. 3-2 Wenatchee ahead on penalties. This is the 3rd penalty nobody has missed yet. There is Lopez, right foot, the shot, Lopez, goal! Risky shot.
Went more for power, straight down the middle. Some goalies would read that and stay central, but it worked for Lopez.
Next up for Wenatchee, looks like Mario Chirinos. Mario Chirinos, number 17. Chirinos, left foot, Chirinos, and air mails it. Air mails it, and Calderilla is asking for a retake because Damian Ruiz jumped his line.
He moved. I didn't see him move off his line, though. Did you see?
A little bit of movement across his line, but not enough, I don't think, to take a corner.
And there's the assistant referee right there.
Right
so Mario Chirinos with the miss, and now Eastmont with a chance to take the lead.
I think they're still searching for that ball. That was into Rose Ed. That ball.
Taking this kick for Eastmont is number 3, Sebastián Avilés. Avilés and Calderilla. Calderilla and Avilés. Right foot, the shot, goal!
Eastmont a little anxious there.
Again, a little bit too excited.
A little too early. They haven't won yet.
If this shot is missed, Eastmont will win.
Yes.
Wenatchee has to score.
And Chirinos still cannot believe that he missed that kick. Getting some support from a teammate. Love to see that always. And now Camarillo, Jose Camarillo, the man who started the scoring in the 13th minute. Camarillo. Left foot, Camarillo. Camarillo, goal! So it's 4-4. If Wenatchee make that, if Eastmont scores this penalty kick, they win. The responsibility is on the shoulders of Nate Balaudo, who had a good game today.
He's got to just keep his composure. He's just got to keep calm, pick his spot, and then the win is theirs.
Balaudo and Calderilla. Right foot, goal, 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 goal! And Eastmont takes it. And penalty kicks by a score of 5-4. The celebration is tinted in red and white. And the Eastmont fans are going bananas here at the Apple Bowl.
And just look at the two different sides of emotions. You got Eastmont, who are absolutely going crazy, and then the commiserations of the Wenatchee team, absolutely devastated.
It's early in the season, but this is a tough one to lose, especially on your home pitch.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if it's happened too many times.
Not too many times here, no.
But Eastmont fully enjoying their celebrations.
You know, what are your thoughts on PKs? I hate penalties.
Well, you know,
but,
Penalty kick shootouts, I don't
penalty
like.
kick shootouts,
Yeah,
yes.
penalties are all right, but penalty kick shootouts are very much an acquired taste.
it's a lottery, you know. It's one of those that, you know, any team can win. It doesn't matter who's played better in the game. It's but there always has to be one winner. And
Indeed.
anything can happen, and you look at Wenatchee now, and they're absolutely devastated. But congratulations to Eastmont, who I thought played well during the game. They reacted well, and you know what, fully deserve the win here.
They came back from a 1-0 deficit and a 2-1 deficit to lead 3-2. Then they, of course, gave up the third tally, and then they went into penalty kick shootouts and did not miss a one. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the final thoughts of this exciting contest between Wildcats and Panthers. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, site of a classic between Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee that has ended in a penalty kick shootout that saw the Eastmont Wildcats take this one on penalties by a score of 5-4. And during the break, Matt Weisen, you mentioned something that cannot escape either of the fans of Wenatchee or Eastmont. This has much bigger implications. This loss has much bigger implications than just losing to Eastmont. This hurts them in league play.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think this is their second loss in league now. They still have time to make it up, not time to freak out. Quite a few teams get into playoffs, and that's really what matters, getting into playoffs healthy. But emotionally, you know, how are they going to rebound from it? We'll see.
Absolutely. And Coach Oyston, not to be the skunk at the picnic here, but this is the fourth time that Eastmont has given up 3 goals in a match. Can they keep pulling this off? 4 wins.
Well, if they keep scoring 4 goals in the game, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and how they attacked tonight, you know, it looked like every time they went forward, they were going to score. But, you know, that's how they play. They play with high-intensity soccer. If they can kind of keep the goals out, be a little bit more defensively organized, then, you know, they might only have to score 2 or 3 in a game. But you got to admit, what a great game it was. What a great spectacle this game was. That's what you want to see. And, you know, it ended with a dreaded shootout, and sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Absolutely. Let's look back at the scoring tally. Jose Camarillo opened it up for Wenatchee in the 13th minute, and the tie came via Flavio Espinosa in the 40th at penalty kick. The 2-1 lead for Wenatchee, Carlos Viramontes in the 44th minute. The 2-2 tie for Eastmont, Johan Espinosa in the 50th, and the 3-2 lead for the Wildcats, Nate Balauro in the 56th. In the 67th minute, Faraz Nassar tied it up, making it 3-3, and that's how we went into overtime. No scoring in overtime, and then the penalty kick, Nate Balauro, the 5th penalty kick, 5 out of 5 for Eastmont, giving them a 5-4 victory on kicks against the rivals from across the bridge. On behalf of Becca Freemuth, Jessica Medina, Michael Price, Dan Coons, and here in the booth, Matt Weisen and Coach Neil Oyston. I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Thanks for watching Boys High School Soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. We now return to regular programming on your source for sports in North Central Washington, the NCW Life Channel.